Welcome back to Nintagious. We can play some more mini Motorways as promised. I think we're just gonna jump straight into the daily. It has been a day since the last episode, so we have a new one in Dar es Salaam. Let's just do that. Let's just do that and see if we'll probably get just ruined again. Motorways require road tiles. Sucks out loud. Only one choice of upgrade is offered. Also is not great. I don't love it, but off we go, I guess. In this particular instance, I'm probably going to want to avoid using motorways at all costs. Of course, I have no control over if they give me one or not. I mean, they could still be useful, but I'm really gonna need a big buffer of roads to really make it happen in this particular instance. I think, actually, bridges always use road tiles. I was gonna say bridges not using them would be significantly better. I think there's one that makes it that bridges don't use them, which is pretty good. This one's less good, but we'll see where it takes us. These aren't too bad. I feel like some of the early dailies I did were like some really bad ability mixtures. Oh, that's maybe a weird way to put it, but I remember like the early ones we did, which I don't remember which episodes they were at this point, but I remember they were pretty hellish. More so the problem we've been having since then is just that the seeds are kind of hellish. The modifiers aren't that bad, it's just the seeds. Speed me up, by the way. The unfortunate thing is I don't know if I have a lot of fuel in the banter engine tonight. But I wanted to play more mini Motorways. I also want to play some more Diablo Immortal, but I'm going to do that in about 25 minutes when the dailies reset. Because I'm currently at a point in that game where, unfortunately, being a free-to-play game, they feel the need to like restrict what you can do. I guess we're taking the bridge. So I don't really have much to do right now. I need to get to be a higher level, which means I need the dailies to be able to achieve that. I guess we're just gonna do this just like that, I guess. I am enjoying it, though. I'm trying to decide if I should record doing those dailies or not, or if I should specifically wait until I have campaign stuff to do. I already recorded. I don't know if I talked about this in the last episode. I think I might have mentioned that I did 2 streams of it, and I was trying to get it more optimized so that it runs really better, because when I was streaming it, it was not running well, and I think I figured out that's because I had my capture card running the whole time. So it runs a little bit better. I did record an episode, but it was like all lore. It was like 30 minutes of lore, and then they were like, okay, come back when you're 3 levels higher. And I was like, shit. I deleted it because I was like, at first I was going to keep it because I was like, that way people who watch through the playthrough will be able to like take in all of this lore. And it was actually some pretty interesting lore, I thought, which is maybe saying something because it takes a lot of work for them to pull me in on lore. Speed me up, by the way. But ultimately, I think I figured that nothing will be lost if I don't include that episode. So I want to try and record some more with some actual content. I'm also kind of curious to see how long it takes me to get through a cycle. Like, for anyone who's played those types of games, where they kind of have like a not a trickle of content, but they have like a set of daily tasks that you can complete, and then you come back the next day and you do it all over again. And I kind of like games that do that. It can be delicate. Sometimes I don't like it when they do that, but take the Avengers, for example. I think that was a game that did it pretty well, where I didn't necessarily play it every day, but I'd play it like a couple days a week just to go in and be like, oh, let's get today's dailies done, get the weeklies done, etc. But with Diablo Immortal, since it's so fresh still, I'm curious how long it will take me to get through all there is in that one daily cycle. You know what I mean? Mostly because I want to know how productive would that be for a stream. If I have multiple characters and they all have to do their dailies, could I get a full stream out of that? That's another thing I've been thinking about doing, is should I start a new character and do that for the video content? I don't know. I haven't quite figured that one out yet. I'm still thinking. I'll probably try to think about that a bit tonight. I think maybe I'll try to record doing the daily stuff, see how long that takes. Because if it only takes like 45 minutes for a video episode, that's totally fine. That's like actually kind of the perfect chunk for a recorded episode, I think. Like I don't watch a lot of episodic content from creators, but the ones that I do watch, they typically, I feel like they typically do that. The videos are typically between 30 and maybe an hour and a half in length. This sucks, because now I have to connect these. God damn it. Everything was so clean and separated. And I don't have I guess I could do this. It's not my best plan, but I think I'm going to do it anyway, because I like keeping them separate. For now, let's try to keep an eye out for if they drop any more. I like this shade of blue, by the way. We'll keep an eye out to see if they drop any more of these houses. What would you call that? Denim? Almost? I love that shade of blue. If I wasn't using the shade of purple for Nintagious that I'm currently using, if for whatever reason I decided to use a blue instead, it would probably be a blue like this, because I like that shade of blue. Anyway, if these houses spawn like over here, then I could probably separate this. So that's kind of what we want to look out for at the moment. We got another week done already. Love to see it. I could use a motorway to connect these. I don't necessarily want to do that. That's still going to take a lot of tiles. It might be more efficient than this, though. It might still be worthwhile. Goddamn motherfuck. Actually, that's not too bad. If they keep spawning red houses up here, that's actually kind of perfectly fine. If I have to, I'll connect here to let these reds bleed over a little bit. Would rather not. So yeah, what else? I guess I'm mostly Diablo pilled right now. Is kind of unfortunate, if I'm being honest, because Diablo Immortal didn't do very well when I streamed it. Diablo 3 didn't do very well when I streamed it. It doesn't seem to be a game or genre that really resonates with people on YouTube, which is unfortunate, because I love me some Diablo. But we'll try it out in video format and see how that goes. Other than that, I guess I've been looking at the schedule to try and figure out what's up for streaming next, which is, like, as per usual, a ridiculous thing to talk about in video format, because by the time this airs, all of the things that I'm about to mention are probably gonna be behind us already. So maybe I should just talk about something else. Is maybe what you should be taking away from this conversation. I was going to connect it to the proper side, but that uses a lot of tiles, so we're not going to do that. I've been really into cooking lately. I think I've probably mentioned a few times that I decided to try... Oh, God. I hate it. I decided to try HelloFresh back at the beginning of the year. And a lot of that was that it was just acknowledging the fact that, and this maybe sounds counterproductive, but around the beginning of the year is when I started to notice that I gained a lot of weight during the pandemic. I wasn't terribly active, or what the hell am I supposed to do with this house? I'm just gonna let that ride for now. I wasn't terribly like active before the pandemic, but I would take like the occasional walk, and between the pandemic and bears being a thing locally, I was pretty quickly like, I'm not doing that anymore. I don't like this plan. Hold on. That connects everything so that the reds can bleed over now, which I don't like. If I'm gonna let the reds bleed over, yeah, actually we want to keep that. It's just that we want to give the reds another way to get into this area, which would probably be right here. Let's try that. Otherwise, we're gonna have the reds going all the way around just to hit this facility, which is gonna be ridiculous and stupid. But yeah, I noticed that, 1, I need to be more active, 2, I need to eat better. So that was one of... I decided to try HelloFresh because I have a bad habit of just like picking up frozen pizzas and then just being like, I'm hungry, I guess I'll throw a pizza in the oven. And that's not the best way. That's not the best diet. So I decided to try HelloFresh. Been pretty pleased with it. This isn't obviously not sponsored or anything. They're not paying me to say this. I haven't had any problems with the deliveries. Everything has come in totally fine. At this point, it's been like about 5 months ish since I started trying it. Give or take a couple weeks, give or take a week or two. Haven't had any problems. All of the meals have been great. I think there's been like one that I was like, I didn't really care for this one, but it wasn't like bad. It was just, it didn't blow me away. You know what I mean? It was very basic, and I was like, this seems like something I could have made without your assistance, I guess is what it comes down to. But there's been 2 really interesting outcomes with that. One is that I've tried a lot of things that I've never tried before, and I've actually found out that I like it quite a bit, especially in regards to like vegetables, because I just... Who likes vegetables, right? Turns out there's actually a lot of pretty good vegetables. It's just you gotta kind of like dig, I guess, and find out which ones you really like. One I found out was that I think scallions are amazing, and I also like cabbage. I didn't see that one coming. I also found out that onions aren't that terrible. You just have to cook them a certain way. I used to think onions were just a hell food. They're not that bad. You just gotta cook them a certain way. What was the other one? Tomatoes haven't really changed. I still don't really care for tomatoes very much, but I did have something like last week, I think, that had tomatoes in it, and I was like, this is fine. So again, it might just be, you know, the right kind of preparation or whatever. Tonight I made pork and pineapple salsa tacos, and they were actually really fucking good. It was pork, obviously, onions, green peppers, and then a salsa made up of pineapples and diced onions and cilantro. And they were quite good. They were very, very good. I was kind of surprised. I was a little hesitant due to multiple factors there, but they were quite good. And it's tricky. One of the I think the big downside for me with HelloFresh is that it is pretty expensive. I've crunched the numbers quite a bit, and I think if you were to go to a restaurant, so I have the plan that's 2 meals a week, 2 meals for 2 people, once a week. If you were to go to a restaurant for that same amount of food, you'd probably be paying more, and it probably wouldn't be as healthy, if I had to guess. So I think it's overall an upgrade from that, but the money does still add up. But I've also noticed, as in, like, today and, like, yesterday, I found myself thinking about this, like, kind of just for no particular reason. I noticed that, another little notch there so that they can get down here faster if they need to. I noticed that it's helping grocery bills because since I'm eating like better meals and fuller meals, I'm not snacking as much, which is really good. And that's something that I never really noticed was a thing. But, like, even some days, I would, like, throw a pizza in the oven, eat half of the pizza, and then I would still devour, like, an entire box of crackers after that, because I would still be hungry. With these meals, I haven't been. They've actually been, like, filling me to the point where I don't feel like I need to snack, which is kind of incredible. So that's helping with not only grocery bills, but I think it might actually be helping me to lose weight, too. And that's kind of the whole reason I started doing this. And that's kind of amazing that, like, just... I know that a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, no shit. Like, I could have told you that. But it's kind of amazing that a simple change in diet can have that change. I think it's something that, yeah, you hear that it's that simple, but you kind of got to see it yourself to be like, oh, yeah, it really does make a difference. I keep thinking if I were to actually be more active, that I'd probably be losing a bit, actually. Whereas right now it's kind of subtle. I'm noticing my shirts, like, aren't fitting. They're fitting a little bit better around the gut and stuff like that. Which, hey, it's one step at a time, I guess. And I don't need to be in, like, super good shape anyway. Like, I don't think it was even... Like, I had 2 moments, like, within, like, the last year. One was that I don't really like the placement of that, but I guess we're going to have to just make do. One was that I noticed that, I think it was around the time winter came around, maybe like fall. I noticed that a lot of my long pants weren't fitting as well. And, because all through summer I was either wearing, like, lounge pants, which is what I usually wear when I'm, like, streaming and, like, right now, or I'd be wearing shorts. And then I had to, like, put the long pants on for something, and I was like, oh, these don't fit. I'm getting fat, aren't I? It just kind of, like, hit me. And then, I don't remember what the other one was that made me realize, like, holy shit, I've put on a fair bit of weight, haven't I? And then I think I popped in, like, Wii Fit, and I was like, and I went and checked. And the last time I had played Wii Fit was before, like, right before the pandemic started. It was just, like, a coincidence that was, like, it was, like, April 2020 or something like that. So it was right after the pandemic started was the last time I had weighed myself in there. And, then just, you know, went and weighed myself again, and I was like, oh yeah, I've gained, like, almost 30 pounds since the pandemic started. That's bad. And that was kind of a moment where I was like, I gotta do some things different here. I don't really like any of this. These are not very conveniently placed. Give me a moment here. We have a lot of stuff that's just intersecting, and I'm not loving it. But there's not a whole lot I can do at the moment, I don't think. Let me switch the banter engine off here for a second and see if I can, see what I can do here. I don't think there's a lot I can do. With the way things are placed, I don't think there's a lot I can do to, like... Okay, this road sucks. So I think, if anything, we might want to use... We don't have a lot of road tiles at the moment, so that's unfortunate. Let's take this out, and we'll connect these roads directly to here instead. Or these houses, rather. And then we don't have to connect it to here, and we can just alleviate all of the yellow traffic from here. I named my warband in Diablo Alleviate, because it just kind of made sense to me. It's a word that is suddenly very active in my vocabulary, just from playing this game. Also, give me a second. I'm gonna hydrate. I was very, very thirsty. And I didn't want to let this go on its own for very long, because we've definitely hit that first bump where we might start seeing a lot of chaos now. That's beautiful. I love it. All right, pause me. Delete me. I wonder if I should pull it around here. That would take more tiles, but it might look more elegant than trying to cram it in there. Like, yeah, that looks not great. I don't love it. This is definitely going to take more tiles, but it's going to, like, look slightly more elegant. So we're going to make that sacrifice, and it's going to be fine. All right, so those yellows are now exclusively going to that facility. That should alleviate some traffic here. There's still a lot of blue traffic, and there's a lot of red traffic. So, what can we do about that? What can we do to, like... There's not a lot we can do. You hate to see it. Let me see here. Let me see. This road doesn't need to be here. Because the yellows don't need it anymore. The yellows are all going down here and here now. This road in general doesn't need to be here. Let's get rid of you. And then this has to be connected, but what if we connect that over here instead? Oh, we do have some reds down here, though. That's fine. Let's actually connect this down here, then. And those reds can... I like this plan. And... Reds can still technically get down here, though. So this might have just created a lot more traffic here, but this area is pretty dead, so I think that's fine. We just want to get rid of the traffic in here. This is very congested. We want to redirect as much of that as possible. There's not a lot we can do with the light blues, so we're just going to have to kind of deal with that, but that's okay. I kind of like these curves, because then I actually don't need this road there. Just looks elegant, because they don't have to stop. Yeah, see, these blues are very clogged up. Can I do something to get some of these houses off of the road? Let's do this. Let's push this red one over here. I mean, these I obviously can't do a lot about. You hate to see it. Especially the reds. There's just, like, not a lot we can do here. This sucks a little bit, but it's mostly okay. I think we're just going to connect it right here. And that'll be totally fine. There's quite a bit of traffic down here, too. Is there anything we can do about that? Not really. As far as I can tell. Not really. Yeah, there's a lot more traffic here now. Could I disconnect this road? The yellows aren't going that way anyway. That would leave those 3 blue houses to get to those 2 facilities, which is maybe not great. Purples still get where they need to go. Reds still get to where they need to go. It keeps this neighborhood disconnected from all of this, though, which should help traffic. I think we're still gonna do it. It might not be my best idea, but I think we're gonna go with it and see what happens. Oh, there's another blue facility down here, too. We need more blue houses, like, desperately. Come to think of it. Why would you come? Why here? Of all places? What is wrong with you? I'd like to keep this connected, come to think of it. But I don't want the reds to come down here. That's the problem. I'm thinking I could disconnect this road to cut these reds off so that not as many of them are allowed to come in. It also makes it that this blue guy here can't do anything, but I think we're gonna just deal with that. We're also gonna do this. To try and get the reds off of these intersections. Instead, we'll just have this intersection, which could probably use a traffic light. Is that gonna help? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Not feeling too terribly good about this one so far, if I'm being honest, but I'm just gonna keep it rolling. I'm kind of thinking we might want to... See, I don't want to use the motorways because they're so expensive. Like, now they're just... If I could use it to completely eliminate a road, it might be a good idea. But, like, to have one coming from here all the way over here, so purples have cleaner access, it's gonna cost a lot of tiles. It's probably a good idea, because this area has so much traffic going through it. But I don't know if I'm going to just have the ability to do something like this. Let's try it out. Yeah, not a chance. I can drag it about this far, and that's not enough to matter. I'm going to need, like... It is, You don't understand? There we go. It's Saturday. I think our next chunk of road tiles we're going to try and put towards that. In just a minute here. That's fine. What? You don't understand? I'm getting there. Give me a minute. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Chill. Okay. And then we'll put it, like, right there, I guess? Part of me thinks I should put it over there. That's going to make it even more expensive, though. Perhaps, obviously. But it's also going to make it that they don't have to go through traffic at all. They're not even going to make this intersection longer. It's just going to help. It took a whopping 22 tiles to make it happen, but I think this is overall just a good change. Because now purples will be eliminated from this street. It's nothing against them. No purple prejudice here, believe you me. We just need less traffic on that road. And due to the fact that they're all leaving through the other direction, you can already see this is clearing up, like, pretty nicely. Like, this is already getting better. Okay, fuck you, by the way. That's not helpful. But yeah, now the issue is that these blue facilities are starved. We do not have access to enough blues, so we're gonna have to reconnect this. We just don't really have a choice. Come to think of it, didn't I mean to do that? And I think I just forgot to. My bad. Because I did take this road out, and then I think I got distracted and forgot to put this road back in. Hopefully they can fix that. That's a big ol' my bad. What? I mean, realistically, this isn't that big of a deal, but it's also annoying because I have to reconstruct this neighborhood for no reason other than the game wanted to be rebellious. Eh. Give me those back. There we go. I'm an idiot, by the way. These blues could totally just be connected to that. I don't know how that even got connected in the first place. This has no business being connected to anything else. Oh, it was just because I wasn't being observant and I didn't do anything once these houses spawned in. Like, all I had to do once these houses spawned in was just change that, and I wasn't paying close enough attention. I was scattered. Well, it would have been crippling to do it at first anyway, because then these other facilities would have died faster, but now I think it might be the right thing to do. Maybe not. We'll see. I think this run might be getting close to the end anyway. This is the traffic clogs are getting pretty severe. There's another blue facility down there. I don't like to see it. On the other hand, we're getting more blue houses. I can't really complain about that. The blue facilities have their work cut out for them right now, and that's all on me. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat that. That's a my bad. Yeah, these all really need you guys to come help. I'm gonna just do one of these for no particular reason. Could I cut that off? Purple. These two purples are gonna have to start going this way, though. I should connect those in a more sensible way at some point, but I don't think I really have the juice to make that happen at the moment. I'm a little road starved. Maybe we just got a nice chunk, but still, it's not quite enough to just fix the problem just yet. We're gonna do done. I should reconnect these yellow houses up here, perhaps. Probably this way. Come on, Blues, you can do it. I believe. You're not going to be like those pinks in that last run, where you just arbitrarily decide to only hit one facility. It looks like you're stretched between multiple facilities right now, and yeah, you hate to see it. I'm going to go ahead and reconnect this, just to let these blues bleed out to help with these, because yeah, it looks like a lot of them are sitting idle. That's maybe something, maybe I shouldn't have cut that off when I did. I saw the chance to disconnect this intersection and alleviate some traffic, and I kind of took it without thinking. This one's gonna fail us. There it is. You hate to see it. Hey, 909 isn't that bad, though. I'm not salty about that. That's aight. I can't complain about that. Another shortish episode. Dailies tend to be. But I guess that's okay. This is the start of a new recording session for me. I'm probably gonna be put in a couple of these. yeah, I think I'm gonna try and do runs through of these last two cities after this, or at least one of them. So look forward to that in the next episode, unless I get distracted after I hit stop recording and I don't record anymore tonight. I feel like that's not gonna happen though. I have nothing else to do tonight. It's gonna be a mini Motorways kind of night. So thank you all for watching. Hope you had a good time. That was an alright run. That one didn't immediately tilt me or leave me salty. I wasn't like, oh, this is a poggers run or anything. It was just kind of fine. So yeah, I had a good time. I hope you guys did too. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. It does help to let me know that I should continue making this content. If you want to keep up with the rest of the playthrough, you know, there's a button for that too. That little subscribe button. There's maybe also that bell button. I'm going to not lie to you at all right now. I don't fully know what the bell does. I kind of know what it does in theory, but it's also one of those things that seems like it should just be an on-off switch to me, and yet there's like 3 different settings, and I don't know. Hit it if you want to, I guess. I'm not going to stop you. I'll see you guys in the next episode. We'll tackle Warsaw next. The capital of Poland, as it says right there. Shoutouts to you, game, for actually making me look like I know my capitals, because I otherwise don't. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you again for watching. Take it easy. I'll see you next time.